How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to another episode of NAIA SB Scuba.
Hey.
All right, now that the folks in their mid 20s have done it, it's dead. It's dead. J.K. Campbellsville's got it rocking and rolling, but we're rocking a little other Mid South merch. First off, I'm very average punter from Weber International Reagan Herald. That is former All-Star shortstop for the Midland Warriors, Carly Fitzer. But Carly, can I get a blue raid?
But Blue Raid.
Let's go. Shout out Coach Cal
Yep. Thank
and
you, Coach Cal.
the Lindsey Wilson softball team for hooking us up with some merch. Did you get a note? I got a
I
note.
did. Yeah, it
I
was
got a
awesome.
note. Awesome.
Super
Thank you.
cool.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Cal. And look, if you want to be our favorite team for at least a day or two, just give us some merch. But I don't know how Matt feels about a ton of merch around
He
y'all's
has
place.
he has stolen some visors and some sweatshirts.
Sydney has as well. Sydney has, yeah, and she's tried to get rid of it. I refuse. I'm like, I won't let you get rid of any of the stuff because I'm just not. I want to keep
Yeah.
it. Oh, like, what if I need it? So, yeah. Before we get into it, this is going to be, as you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, this is going to be an awesome episode of NAISB. We're doing our All-Star draft, which if you saw the graphic last night, we actually just posted it literally 5 minutes ago before we started recording. You've seen our All-Stars, but how we did it is really cool because what you didn't see on the graphic is Carly and I actually put them in a lineup. So we saved that part just for our podcast listeners. So stay tuned till the end. And it's also very funny. Carly and I talking about coaches across the country. It's like who we would rather
Yep.
have coaching. It's great. It's a lot of great content, and we do the actual draft so you can hear our thought process and hear the names that weren't put on the graphic because obviously there's more than just how many? Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 24 players that we represented on our All Stars. But yeah, I really liked how we did it. But with y'all nominating and then us voting on it. But Carly, we have got a ton of softball to talk about. This is probably going to be one of our longest weekend previews because this is on paper the best weekend of the regular season.
Yes, of the regular season. I was gonna say, don't forget about February 14th, but that was still preseason.
True. That's right. Well, I mean, yeah, the NAISP Invitational obviously was fantastic,
But
but
yeah,
with
that's number one. Duh.
of course, but and that was the 20th, but whatever, you're good.
Well, 14th was also a banger weekend.
Whatever. Hey, you know what? We don't. I think we're not. We're just
Just scuba out.
just scoop our way out of it. Just scoop our way out of it. But today is also a very fun episode because I want to say thank you to our wonderful podcast listeners. If you are watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. It helps us with opportunities like this. We have gained two new sponsors over the weekend. One we're actually going to wait until next episode, waiting to finalize just a couple of things, but it's literally like to finalizing the discount code. I couldn't do that before we got going, but we will reveal that one. It's actually a really awesome Christian clothing brand. We will announce that on the next episode, I promise. But on today's episode of NAISB, we have our normal sponsor, or one of our usual sponsors that we'll get to in a second. But new sponsor alert, Carly. And hey, new sponsor. Let's go. Let's go. A new sponsor, and y'all know it most likely, especially if you are a pitcher. Rip It Sports. Today's episode is brought to you by Rip It Sports, the brand built specifically for female athletes and especially our softball players. If you're playing softball, you already know not all gear is created equal. Rip It is changing the game with equipment designed for how you actually play. From cleats, helmets, and fielders masks, trusted from millions of athletes from youth to college to pro. We're talking better fit, better comfort, and most importantly, a better performance on the field. No shrink it and pink it. This is that was that's a line. Okay. That this gear is engineered for you, whether you're stepping into the box, tracking one down the gap, or holding down in the circle. Rip It has everything you need to dominate your inning and every inning. If you're serious about your game, go down in the description below. Click the link in our description, and you will get 10% off of your order. Believe that's right. Let me double check. 20%. I'm sorry, 20%
Whoa!
off
Don't
of
short the
you.
people.
There we go. 20% off of your order, and you will be supporting the podcast as well. And also, let's go ahead and knock the other sponsor out. This is the first time I had to do multiple sponsors. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this. Moment too big, lights too bright. I'm peeing down my leg right here. But I'll tell you what, one thing that makes the pee healthy for sure, and makes your overall hydration, body, everything healthy. Carly, you know it. I know it. I'm about to mix one up
My
right now.
besties.
Right now, I'm about to. I hope my dentist isn't watching this.
Dry scoop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna open my teeth. I'm not going to dry scoop it on the pod. No shot. If you do it, I'll do it. But it is, of
Mm,
course, Magna. DrinkMagna.com. Did you know that 75% of people right here in the United States are deficient in magnesium? Carly, you and I once were, but then we started drinking Magna. We've been using it, their triple magnesium electrolyte formula with L-theanite for focus, malite for natural energy, and glycinite for recovery, plus electrolytes for hydration. So you're getting way more out of this than your typical sports or energy drink. It has no sugar, no caffeine, none of the junk that's bad for you. It is all good stuff. And Carly, if you're dealing with fatigue, cramping, or just want better hydration, what do you do?
drink a Magnum, man.
You
I
drink
could have, you
Magna.
know what? Shame on me. I went golfing today.
Oh no.
I'm unk. I got a tight back 3 holes into 18, and I should have had a Magnum. I'm disappointed.
So
I
good.
usually keep one in my purse.
So good. The blood orange is so good. They are our absolute favorites.
Yep. I've been sipping on some watermelon lime lately though.
It's and that's the thing. You get the variety pack and it's so
Oh,
good.
dude, I just have like a box of every flavor in my cabinet.
There you go. And you get 15% off your order. You don't need to click any link or anything. You just go to drinkmagna.com. You get your order and you put code NAISB15. And I'm not going into details. I love when people buy from Magna because their commission is
Hmm?
nice. So we greatly appreciate everybody that use Magna. And it's great for you. And teams bulk order this. Bulk order, and you can't beat it. I think, I don't think I
Real.
know.
Put it in the
Yes.
snack box.
Well, you can bulk order and you get 30 packs in a box for $27.50 a box. Plus, you can throw our discount code on there and get 15% off of that. I have a sports business management degree from Weber International University, so I can't do that math in my head, but y'all can figure it out. You know what I can do, Carly? I can talk all day about some NAI softball. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. I mean, I don't like talking about, and you know this, we don't like talking about one team that much. Like
Mhm.
we try spreading the love out. But when a team's hot, when a team is bang, when a team's banging, Carly,
When they
and
scuba.
when they when they're good, they're good. They're gonna love us wearing the Lindsey Wilson gear doing this. I mean, this is awesome. Campbellsville, I'm telling y'all, I did not factor in these Johnson games last week when I was like, all right, now they're like 4 games above 500. I didn't even factor in them playing Johnson. That's tough. Johnson's a really good
Johnson's a
team.
sneaky team.
Well, if you want to knock Johnson on anything, Carly, it would be they have trouble getting up for I don't want to say this like the opponent they should win. I mean, they've had a couple
They
this
stoop
year.
down to their opponent's
Yeah, they
playing
play
level.
they play to their opponent's playing level sometimes. But then
Happens.
they go out and they have really good performance. Look, this is a Johnson team that beat Southeastern, and everybody knows how you and I both feel about the Fire. Game one is just another one where for like 5 innings, it's like Campbellsville's dead. They're done. It's five. It's 4-0, and then 4-1, and it's like okay, nice run, get back on the saddle. Mid South play coming up, and then or maybe game two, of course, get a split. You're good to go. You're gravy. No, they score 5 runs in the bottom of the seventh. Jesse Daniels, reigning NAI and NAI SB Player of the Week, tied it with a 2 RBI double. Carly Walker, 2 run home run, scubas into home with Jesse right there with her, and then Carly.
Did you catch in that video Jesse having to go back and touch third?
No, I did not see that.
If that was her when KG Walker hit the home run, yeah, she went back to touch third.
Carly Walker, I think. Yeah,
Carly Walker, yeah.
Carly.
Don't they
Was
call her
she,
KG? KD?
Oh, I don't know. You may be cooler than me, and I missed that. You're right. You're right. You're right. My bad. I was like, what did you just have? Never mind. I almost
No.
said something insensitive. But no, I missed that though. That's funny. When
Yeah,
you
go
get
back and watch it, and
okay,
she goes back to third to touch it.
when you get talking about this game we're about to talk about, I'm gonna go back and watch it. Um, but Carly, you remember a couple episodes ago, and I've said this over the years, something I love to see is when a team wins an emotional game one, they beat the brakes off the team game two.
Hmm.
I like to see that. There's something about having that edge to you. I like seeing bounce backs too, but I really like
Yeah.
when
You're
you
doing
just
something right if you can turn it around for game two and stay locked in and not think about game one.
especially if you can score a touchdown and kick the PAT through like Campbellsville did in that first inning. I mean, 16-0. I mean, yeah, and it's scary when I don't know. I mean, just like we before last episode, we didn't really talk a whole lot about Jesse like this year.
No.
Like there's not been like I remember last year we did a lot, and she does it again in game two. I mean, Lydia Jones, who's getting hot at right there with her, all of her, Carly Walker, Corey Harris, Madison Reed. These are all players who batting average are jumping up by double digit points over the last week. But Daniel's a 2-run home run in the first inning, go up 3-0. Madison Reed brings two in, it's 5-0, 6-0, and then Corey Harris 7-0, and it's the first inning and the game's over. I mean, Carly Walker added three more RBIs later on, but like there's no need to go through all this. And I mean, Leah Holland, good job. I mean, 5 innings, 4 hit, no earned, 2 strikeouts. I mean,
Good
nice.
job, I guess.
I mean, when you get 3 outs and then next thing you know is you got a 7-run lead. It's like, all right, we're filling up the strike zone today, sister. I mean,
Yeah.
we're chilling. But yeah, Carly, hey, let's keep an eye on them because they're sitting
Oh, my
now.
eyes are on them.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a good team in the Mid South Open.
Yeah.
They got Bethel coming up this weekend. Bethel just took Lindsey Wilson to the brink of. They almost won that series, beat them once, took them to extra innings in another game. So it's a Bethel team that could do something. And look, Lindsay, I know we're rocking you, but it's like I hope you didn't peak too early, play your best softball too early, because that Campbellsville team, they're playing their best softball right now, and this is a good time to start playing their best softball. We talked about them, Coastal Georgia being teams that could kind of do it and be playing some good softball this time of the year, or started to this time of the year, and if they can translate that over the next month or so, and put themselves in a position to get an opening round, and this is the year, Carly. We were texting about it earlier. This season's awesome.
Oh, dude, 1,000%.
Yeah, this is easily to me. This has been easily the most fun regular
There's so
season.
much adversity, like across the whole country. Every team has their own like
N-
different thing, different niche, and
Nobody,
like no one's unbeatable.
nobody should be walking into the. I mean, conference tournament's one thing. Well, I don't know. I don't, and we'll find out because the WAC is really interesting. And we'll get into the preview. We'll find out this weekend how set in stone that WAC is. Because don't Indiana Tech Savannah Bravo can win a softball game
Yep.
against Madonna. Now we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see how it all shakes out. But other than that, I don't think there's anybody walking into a conference tournament feeling like, oh, we're the heavy favorites walking into this thing. And to a greater extent, you definitely can't think that when you're going into an opening round. There's not one team where I'm like, all right, see you in Columbus, other than I don't know. I mean, Oklahoma City and Southern Oregon, they still just the coaching. It's still like I said, they'll get there.
Yeah.
They'll get there. And Oklahoma City's lineup,
Elite.
dude, it's just that statistically it's elite. Now,
Yeah. We got to
I
see him
want to
against some
see
different comp.
I'm ready to see him against science and arts. I'm really excited to see him against science
Mhm.
and arts. I believe that's next weekend, pretty sure. But let's go on and continue on with our midweek recap with some KCAC action, Carly.
Yeah, Avila and Ottawa split. Um, KCAC, I mean, even now we can't heavily rely on Evangel. We've talked a lot about Evangel and they're a sneaky good, really good team. But there's teams like Avila and Ottawa that can sneak up on you and
Yeah.
do something a little spicy in the tournament. So Avila and Ottawa split this past week. Game one, 4-2. The Braves took it. It was tied 2-2 after the fifth. The Braves scored one in the sixth and one in the seventh to take game one. Abby Bellamy 2 for 4, a double, a triple, and an RBI. And then we saw some RBIs spread throughout the lineup. CeCe Mora, Emma Melvin, Alexandra Genti. They each recorded an RBI and a hit. And then Lainey Becker got the win, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, and 3 walks. Looking at Avila, they take game two, 5-4. Each team recorded 6 hits, but 3 errors by the Braves is what seemed to be the difference in this game. Um, the only 3 RBIs came from Rueda, Abby Beeman, and Emily Branson. And then Mackenzie Daniels got the win, went 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, only giving up 2 walks, no strikeouts. So the Avila defense holding strong and true behind Daniels.
She did go back and touch third base.
That's what I thought.
Shout out Coach Shannon Watson catching that. Told her to go back. That's awesome. Bro, they might be the swaggiest team. That team might have the
They're
most.
fun, dude.
Yeah, the big hat. Yeah,
And
put
they're
them
in
at
the comments on our Instagram post. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah, the only thing I disagree with is the medium well state comment from Jesse. We got to clean that up
I
a
didn't
little
see
bit.
that one.
Yeah, says she wanted her ribeyes medium well. Well, do
It's
that.
disgusting.
Medium rare.
All the
That's
way.
it. All the way. Locked in, twin. Carly, I sent you a text. We
Yeah,
kind of forgot something that we definitely wanted to lead this podcast with. We were excited. We want to talk softball. I told you we got multiple sponsors now. We're going big leagues. Kidding. Obviously, the RPI came out. Not gonna get into arc ratings too much. Arc ratings are pretty simple. I don't. It's whatever. Let's just focus on this. We'll talk arc ratings next episode because this is already going to be a fairly longer episode. So
hmm
let's just talk RPI and arc, which arc is. The arc's important. Both are RPI and arc are very important. Arc is how you can really start being like this team's safe, this team's on the bubble. This RPI, it's not okay. So here's my understanding of how it works. There's strength of schedule, wins, losses, ties, win percentage, opponents win a percentage, and then opponents win percentage. I'm not here to argue the logic or how it's done because there's probably people a heck of a lot smarter than you or me doing it. But I
hmm
want to know what formula gets, with all due respect, the Faulkner Eagles being the number 7 team in the country and the College of Idaho being 16th ahead of Oregon Tech. What? How about, like, hold on, didn't Oregon Tech sweep College of Idaho? Did that happen? That
Yes.
happened, right?
I don't know if they sweep, but they took 3. Yeah, they swept the 3-game series.
I'm pretty sure they swept them. So it worries me when I see things like that. And there's several others. I love Corbin Weeks and New College of Florida, but they're not the 28th best team in the country. I think the Cotty Comets are a team that can make an opening round and surprise teams with their power. They're not currently the 29th best team in the country. You cannot look at me a straight face and say there's 36 teams better than the Benedictine Ravens, or that there's 40 teams better than British Columbia, or several others that I'm looking at, and it's just like, wow, that's way off. And so overall, it's not like Madonna number 1, Missouri Baptist 2, like Mobile 3, Lindsey Wilson 4, William Carey 5, Southeastern 6. I don't agree with a lot of it, but like I can at least see, all right, how you got there. I don't see how you get there with some of these. And like that's always my thing. Like I give a lot of gripe to the coaches poll. I get it. I always see where they're coming from 99.9% of the time. Even if I strongly disagree with it, I'm like, okay, this sort of makes sense. I'm sorry. Faulkner was one of our surprise teams in the Southern States. They're an opening round caliber team. They're a top 35 team, no doubt about it. They're not the 7th best team. So, like, if this is how teams are being picked for the opening round, there's a lot of these that are going to be like something. I don't know. I
Head
don't know.
scratchers.
I don't know. And I know selection committee is going to be in person, and this isn't the only thing, but it's like if it's getting like I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't get the process. I don't know. Maybe we just need to get somebody on that can explain it better. I talked to our boy Manny about it a little bit. He said it was similar with women's basketball. There were some pretty big outliers
Hmm.
in there. Like I don't have a problem. Like I think it's great. I think the Massey's great. Looking. Well, I mean, let's pull up the Massey rating. Let's pull up the. Let's see what the Massey, what it says right now, and what the top 25 looks like. Madonna, Oklahoma City, Southern Oregon, Oregon Tech, Eastern Oregon, Southeastern, Olu, Mobile, Kaiser, Mobat. All right, this is pretty good. This is pretty solid. San Xavier at 16 is a little high, but they've won a lot of ball games. That's still high. Faulkner at 20. Okay. I don't
Better.
see, like this is, I disagree with some of it, but it's still okay. And who knows? Who knows when these were due for the RPI also. It was a April 6th release, how when that what but I don't know because it had to have been after New College took two or three from Kaiser because there's no way they were 28th before that. So I don't know, man. It's interesting.
What?
It's certainly very 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 interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would love to know. It would be great if we did know. That would be awesome if we did know and could explain it. But
I know. Instead, we're just like,
instead,
I don't know, but here's what I think.
yeah. That's hilarious. What you just sent me. The
That we
shrug.
lost.
Yeah. We lost with the shrug. That's funny. That's very funny. Bro, stop recruiting in the comment section. All right, let's get back to it. This is
Whatever.
all right, let's get back to it. All right,
Team Red, pop off in the comments on our IG.
chill. Team Black. Team Black. Bro, we would smoke you. We can't say anything. We got the draft. We got the draft. We can't say anything. We
Yeah.
can't say anything.
Yeah.
Later.
I'm just saying, Team Red.
Team Black. Like
When
dog
I
it.
call your name,
Dog, it ain't even close. All right.
we
Y'all
go.
when y'all get done listening to that, let us know in the comment section. Team Black or Team
Dude, put
Red.
a poll in the comments
Oh, true.
on the
Good point.
IG.
Oh, good point. Good point. All right, let's get back to the games real quick. Then we'll get to it.
You're up. You're up. You're
All right,
staying in
I
the
am. I am
KCAC.
staying in the KCAC. Oklahoma Wesleyan continues to pick up good wins. This is a really good team, and in the third inning, we got a really great showdown between a pair of All-Americans, Matty Meyer and Reagan Rector, and it would be the Eagles shortstop Reagan Rector in the third inning, getting a two RBI double off Matty Meyer. Maria Forey would add a two-run home run in the fifth to make it 5-1. Gabby Sampson, 6 innings of 9 strikeout ball was enough for Oklahoma Wesleyan to really rattle Matty Meyer. Not her best performance of the season. And hey, anytime you're able to put up a six spot and 4 or 5 earned runs past Matty Meyer, your lineup has done a really good job. Game two, Evangel does come back with Maddie Bentley only giving up 4 hits in the complete game, where she strikes out 4 in a 6-2 victory for the Valor. Oakwood did strike first, but Evangel would put up a 2 spot on an Eagle throwing error in the fourth inning. Naomi Perkins, Audrey Carlton, and Carly Facklum would add RBI knocks in the fifth inning to give the Valor the 6-1 advantage. Like I said, Bentley would shut the door in the seventh for the 6-2 victory. So the KCAC having a pair of splits. Carly, all these conferences are nuts. We've been over that. I don't
Hmm.
even know what to make of the Crossroads, though. I have no idea. This is
Yeah.
insane. This is
Yeah.
this. Yeah, go ahead.
Marion, a super talented team that we have
Yeah,
spoke
no
very
doubt,
highly of all
no
year
doubt.
long, is kind
Love
of on
that
a,
team. Very fun
are,
team.
would
Very
you
fun
call
team.
it like a slide right now or like a
Marion,
lost their mojo?
Marion. I think they're just
Yeah.
young. I think they're young. We
Yeah.
talked a little bit about it last episode. They have enough of the big names where it's like, oh yeah, they're back
The
with da.
Abbeys.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they're back. Like they have Macy back at the start. Oh, they have pieces back, but then it's like, oh no, they still are replacing a lot of really good players, and a lot of big production from the last 2 years, 3 years, 2 or 3,
Yeah.
2 years. Can't go back 3 years, but last 2 years. But then I see them down at Space Coast. They look good. They look really good against
Hmm.
St. Thomas, and they look okay against Missouri Baptist. At the time, it's like Missouri Baptist is just a buzzsaw, and they are. Mo Baptist is a buzzsaw. But it's like, yeah, Marion's still a World Series caliber team. I'm not saying they aren't because this is a crazy year. If they're back in Columbus, we're not surprised at all. This is a team that beat Southern Oregon in the World Series last year and was they were 3 outs away. I mean, they scored six in the top of the seventh. We've told that story
Yep.
many a times. It was they
And I'll
still,
tell it again.
yeah. I mean, Marion, Southern Oregon were probably the two best games of the World Series last year. Were Marion and Southern? Not probably, they were. That was the two best games in the World Series last year. Marion, Southern Oregon,
Yeah.
and so. Yeah, they keep sliding, but I think it's more so, Carly, that the crossroads has started to catch up.
Yeah.
Specifically, St. Francis. This is a team that's really well coached. They've got a good pitcher who can throw really a couple of good pitchers that you're going to talk about here that can throw really hard and mix things up. And they've got a couple of players that are first team all conference and a first team
hmm
all American or an all American level player in the middle of that lineup in Abby Robakowski. But I'll give it over to you. Two big wins for the Cougs.
Yeah, St. Francis survives three defensive miscues in game one. They would take it 8-7 in 9 innings. Macy Dowd singled in the bottom of the seventh to tie things up for St. Francis. And then the eighth inning was scoreless. We moved to the ninth. Marion scored one in the top of the ninth with a Matty Hughes single. But St. Francis responds in the bottom half with two of their own. Madison Minich reached on a fielder's choice to score the first run, and Joanna Jeremez was the hero with a single to left field to walk things off. Catcher Peyton Iliff, 2 for 3, 3 runs, two jimmies, and two RBIs. That would be my pick for player of the game. Madison Minich had a home run and two RBIs. Lena Vigiano, two RBIs of her own. And Olivia Fuentes got the win in the circle, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and a walk and a strikeout to go hand in hand. Game two was all St. Francis.
Kind of goes
That
back to
one,
what we were talking about. Um,
yeah.
with teams picking up a big win, this one even bigger. I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
you
if
just
you're
survived a 9 inning thriller against the
yeah,
number 11 team in the country.
yeah, number 11, and I mean, even I think they're 13th in the media poll. So I mean, respect all around for the Marion Knights.
Yeah, and I say all St. Francis. I mean, it was 6-3. It was still within reach of Marion in the sixth inning. But then, as we mentioned earlier, Abby Robakowski, a phenomenal bat for St. Francis in the lineup, had a two-home run shot in the sixth inning to, I mean, really be an insurance run for St. Francis. They were aided mainly by a 5-run third inning, but Robakowski finished 2 for 4 with 2 runs, two home runs, and three RBIs. Macy Dowd 2 for 3, 2 runs, and a double. And then Haley shot a home run of her own and getting it done in the circle. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts in the midweek sweep. Holy cow, midweek sweep for St. Francis.
I'm roasting you in our comments, by the
I
way.
bet you are. Well, I'm over here reading
Yeah,
stuff.
while you're out here slaving
I'm
away,
defenseless right now.
I'm putting red bled, go to bed, Team Black by 8.
Whatever. GBR.
Nah, we got it, dude. Dude, I wasn't want to get into it, but I'm
I'm
sure we'll
gonna go
get
make
into
a
it next episode.
burner.
Chill. I'm sure we'll get into it next episode. We can't say, I don't want to say any of our names. You'll spoil the draft later on. But moving on, Cumberland Phoenix sweeps Tennessee Southern. Tennessee Southern. That's not really the response I thought we would see. I thought they would get that. I mean, we talked about you had three close losses against two really good opponents in the Southern States Athletic Conference.
hmm
You win game four of the weekend, game two against William Carey. You get some momentum. I really thought we were going to see Tennessee Southern thump Cumberland. Not the case. Big ups for the Cumberland Phoenix, though, in proving how good is the Mid South this year? Like
Dude,
we got to put some serious respect on the Mid South because I mean in the last few years it's like all right, Campbellsville's solid, Freed's solid, and Cumberland is the World Series team. Not the case this year. These are some really good teams. The Phoenix win both games behind some really strong pitching performance. Game one, 3-2. The Phoenix scored 3 runs in the first two frames, including RBI doubles from Kennedy Scott and Haley Donato in that second inning. And then Avery Rosher was a rock star, going the distance, striking out 7 for the complete game, giving up the 2 runs. And then Madison Croxford would answer her pitching partner's performance with a 6 strikeout, 3 hit complete game in the left side of the infield. Third baseman Carly Daughtery went 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs, and shortstop Abby Chappell would go 2 for 3 with the solo shot for the Phoenix to pick up 2 wins against a top 25 opponent in Tennessee Southern. Pretty solid. This game wrapped up like right before we got on, Carly. So did want to mention Grandview sweeping Park. Two good wins for
Nice.
Grandview. Watch out, Vikings. Don't let them kind of don't. This is exactly the same spot or not? Yeah. I mean, this is right where Grandview was at last year, and they did pretty
Hmm.
daggum good in May. So watch out for them. Carly, what a weekend of NAIA softball. I mean, I have this up with our ranking by like we're gonna say these rankings in our media poll just to switch it up from the coaches poll and to let y'all know how we view it because I want to give a lot of credit to you, me, and the other five individuals, SIDs and ADs that do a fantastic job with the media poll. I thought this was the best representation of the top 25 since the first coaches poll came out that I thought was excellent. I thought this was the best since then. And we're just going to, when we say these numbers, don't be like, are they crazy? No, we're just going off the media poll, not the coaches poll. But looking at it, we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven top 25 matchups. Wow. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good weekend if you ask me.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good for us. Of course, we've got to start with the one we are always so excited for every year. We know
Yep.
we're going to get it at least four times and probably two or three or four more times in the post season. It is the battle for the Cascade. Even though Eastern Oregon is second in the regular season poll right now for the Cascade. I don't know why I struggled to get that out, but there's their second. You have Southern Oregon third, and Oregon Tech. If they can win, if they can take two or three of the Cascade series, they're going to be looking pretty good because I think that then they'll only need to take one from Eastern Oregon. I don't have it in front of me, and I'm not that good at math, so whatever. We'll cross that bridge on Monday's episode. But Oregon Tech, Southern Oregon, Allie Parker and Christine Schmidt versus Ayla Davies and Lexi Ramirez. That's two, in my opinion, two of the top 5 to 7 duos in NAIA softball, especially the way Allie Parker has been pitching for Oregon Tech over the last couple of weeks. Carly, she's coming off a pitcher of the week performance for the Owls through 11 shutout innings and two starts against Bushnell last week. Looking over her last 8 outings, Parker's 6-0 with a .44 ERA, walking 3 and striking out 37. This is a pitcher who a couple of years ago was young and was elite. And now in the middle of her junior season, she has gone from, let me rephrase, she was really good. She had some command issues. Now it looks like that's starting to go away, and her stuff is hammering the zone, and that's scary when you pair that with Kristen Schmidt, who has been an absolute rock star newcomer for Oregon Tech this year. But the Raiders, they're led by NAI Pitcher of the Year, Ayla Davies, who has pedestrian numbers compared to last year. I mean, 14-5 with a 2.06 ERA is not bad, especially against the lineup she has faced. And same for the transfer, Lexi Ramirez, who has been an incredible addition for the Raiders. 11-3 with a 2.37 ERA, not to mention batting 366. They got Vanessa Lang batting 405, Ari Williams, Brooke Nordahl, the veterans there in the middle of the lineup. It's been a redshirt freshman, though, that's really come on a late of Khalil Thomas, Carly, 18 stolen bases, batting 367. How about this little tidbit? And big credit to Mike Safford of Oregon Tech having this in the pregame write-up. These two teams have met 150 times on the diamonds. They are 75 and 75.
Dude.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Too bad
This
they play four because then like
I
if it goes
know,
two and
I
two,
know.
it'll just be next year we'll just say they're 77 and 77.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You know they're going to play in the postseason at some
That's
point.
true. That's
They are
true.
going to do it at some point. Oregon Tech's been red hot though, Carly. They're 18-2 over their last
Hmm.
20. The last five the last five Cascade tournaments have been in Klamath Falls. And it's kind of I think it's a frustration for Owl fans. It's like we got them in the regular season, and the Raiders are like, we'll see you in the postseason, y'all. We'll see you in the World Series. For that reason, I'm going to stick with it. I think Oregon Tech will take 2 or 3 in the Cascade series and end up hosting just because that's all I've known. But we know the postseason's still around the corner. I don't really care how these games go. I think both of these teams are as high a percentage of a lock as you can have for a team in the World Series. I think these two are right there in the top 3 or 4 teams. If you go past four, if you go past really, if you go past 5 teams mentioned without having Oregon Tech and Southern Oregon in your Columbus 10, I'm going to start to raise my eyebrows a little bit at you. It's going to be a great series. I'm so excited for it out in beautiful Oregon.
Yeah, and sticking to the Cascade, UBC British Columbia takes on number 5 Eastern Oregon. I mean, looking at UBC, they just took 2 of 3 conference or whatever
Yeah,
the series
the conference
wise.
series.
That's the
Yeah,
word I'm looking for. Yeah, 2 of 3 series wise from COI, and COI a team that took 2 of 3 from Eastern Oregon. So UBC 9-6 in conference has, in my eyes, established themselves as the number 4 team in the Cascade. I don't know what they are record wise. They're number 4 to me based off of some of their wins. But Jessica Hootlink is their main offensive provider. She's hitting 330, has 17 RBIs. She's accompanied by Jillian Matsubara, 307, 17 RBIs, and 10 extra base hits. But the real star of the show for British Columbia, a name that we have mentioned a lot this year. And I mean, the recognition that she gets is so well deserved. Hitting or not hitting, has a 1.2 or yeah, 1.25 ERA. She's 13-8 on the year in 123 innings pitched. Has a whopping 138 strikeouts. It is Carleen Murray, the star arm in the circle for British Columbia. She will be facing the Eastern Oregon lineup. Um, excuse me. Lexi Grumboys leads the Mounties with hitting 427, 41 RBIs, 5 doubles, 5 home runs, and 12 stolen bases. Kelly Monaghan, 341, 4 home runs, 32 RBIs. Shortstop Reagan Clipper is having a phenomenal sophomore year. She leads the team with 32 stolen bases, 31 RBIs, hitting 343. This Mounties lineup has 6 players with 20 plus RBIs. A team that just has production through and through in the lineup. They don't have that star pitcher like UBC has in Carleen Murray. They're more of a pitch by committee. Malia Mann has the most innings under her belt with 83, 3.04 ERA. She's 14-1 on the year and 88 strikeouts. And her duo, Camille Schmitz, is having a great year too. 60 and 2/3 innings pitched, 1.15 ERA, 11-0 on the year, and 50 strikeouts. If I had to put my money on a team to win the series, I would say Eastern Oregon, but they're gonna have to work hard for any and all runs that they can produce against Carleen Murray.
yeah, because you can guarantee you're seeing her game one, game three, right?
Hmm.
Like there's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. You're seeing her game one and game three, and that's a tall task. But I love this lineup. I think they have the ability to get the runs they want. Carly, I want to do a fun activity when the next RPI comes out. It'll be on, I think, next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, so next Wednesday, which will be the last episode I'm on before the wedding, so that's fun. But I want
Ooh.
to do an opening round. I think we between the RPI and ARC ratings and everything coming out, we need to do that. But I'm on that tangent because how many teams from the Cascade are getting into the opening round? Is it just the Auto Five again? Like are they just going to Auto Five teams in again this year?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I I would be. I think either British Columbia or College of Idaho is going to be like team 49 or 50. I really
Yeah.
think that. I have a gut feeling that they're not going to put 5 teams
We
in
got to
one
see how they
Cascade
do
year.
postseason
That's true. That's true. I mean, yeah,
or conference tournament.
I mean, of course, if they, I mean, if they rattle off some wins, I'm just interested to see. I'm interested to see.
Yeah.
I can see somebody be on the outside looking in there, but we'll see. 2 teams, I feel pretty confident will be in the opening round in the Sun Conference, square off in Brunswick, Georgia, and I'm so excited for this, Carly. Number 16, Coastal Georgia versus number 3, Southeastern in the NAIA media poll. I want to be there so bad. I want to be at
Hmm.
these games so bad. I will not. I will be covering the beach volleyball, Sun Conference beach volleyball tournament. But these games will definitely be catching these on the stream. Same with Oregon Tech, Southern Oregon. This is where UEN. Austin platform has done a good job improving throughout the year. We need that multi-view. Papa needs the multi-view. Can I please get the
Like a quad
multi-view?
box?
I want yes, I want the quad box.
Dude.
That this is
Yeah,
the
that'd be
weekend.
hard.
This is the weekend we
Could
need
you
a quad
imagine,
box.
dude?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Have Southern Oregon, Oregon Tech on at the same time as Coastal and Southeastern, and then Kaiser and oh my God. Ugh, that'd be epic.
Mobile,
But
William Carey. Hmm.
we got some good ones. Yeah, Coastal Georgia, Southeastern. Ella Brooks and Rayleigh McKinney have been incredible. That out 2/3 of the outfield for Coach Kayla Watkins in Southeastern. Ella Brooks batting 509 with 39 swipe bags for the Fire. McKinney having a Player of the Year, first team All American caliber season, batting 485, 10 home runs, 12 doubles, 46 RBIs, and has really found her power of late. And I mean, we don't need to talk about Eden Playa and Fia Zelinka. They continue to have first team All American seasons in the circle, as we have talked plenty about. But one name I will mention, because it's very interesting to see how much she's going to be used down the stretch of the Sun Conference regular season and into the tournament, because I think quite a lot of teams would take 46 of the third innings of 1.06 ERA ball. And the Fire
Mhm.
just so happen to have another quite good pitcher in Emma Vickers, who's just quietly been one of the best non-number ones in the country. I mean, I don't know that. I mean, that those numbers right there. I mean, that's good enough to have you in. I mean, borderline. I mean, I don't know. 46 and a third is pretty low at this time of the year, but still, Carly, I'll take that. I'll take those
I mean, you're
numbers.
still putting up a 1.6 ERA.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's by far, numbers wise, the best pitching staff in the country. However, Coastal Georgia, this lineup is dangerous. It's kind of similar to what you were saying about the Eastern Oregon lineup, 1 through 9. They are good. I think I may have said it last episode, but a coach that I respect a whole heck of a lot said this that Coastal Georgia lineup was the best lineup he has personally faced over the last couple of years. He's faced some pretty decent lineups. They've got 6 players batting over 300, including Riley Mills, who's batting 449 with 15 doubles, 32 RBIs. Oh yeah, she's 18 and 1 with a 1.15 ERA herself. She doesn't strike out a lot, but it doesn't matter because Coastal Georgia has a top 5 defensive team in the country according to fielding percentage with a .978. It means 97.8% of the time they're getting out. That's pretty good. And then Southeastern right behind them, they're top 15 as well with a .97. It's 2 elite defenses. It's 2 elite lineups. It's 2 elite pitching staffs. It's going to be elite Sun Conference softball in Brunswick, Georgia this weekend, Carly.
Yeah, and sticking with Sun Conference softball, number 10, Kaiser takes on number 17, St. Thomas. Two teams looking to bounce back from a couple losses that they had just last weekend. Kaiser
Both teams
to,
need it. Both of these teams need a
yeah,
series win.
yeah, this is a big series for both of these.
Even
Kaiser
though they're both,
dropped.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. I just want to note, even though they're both ranked, specifically St. Thomas, they are not safe. St.
Yeah,
Thomas is not. Now, the 2 wins against Grandview are massive to have on their resume right now, and they need Grandview to keep winning. That resume, I said it a couple weeks ago, a
yeah,
resume, it can look really good or it can look really bad over the next couple weeks. And it started off great beating Southeastern. That looked great. But
yeah.
then run rule twice. Taylor Thomas comes and gets you twice in Babson Park. Coastal sweeps you at your home. And all of a sudden it's like, we better take 2 or 3 from Kaiser. We're in trouble.
Yeah. Kaiser, did they drop two to New College of Florida last weekend?
Yes, they did.
That's what it was, yeah. Kaiser's 13 and 2, those two coming from New College of Florida in Sun Conference play this year. I'm just going to start with that they are a speedy team. They've got 122 stolen bases as a team this year. They're led by the speedy Faith Campos, who can not only swipe a bag, she can hit. She's got a 419 batting average, 7 doubles, 4 triples, 27 RBIs, accompanied by Macy Schaaf, who has 21 stolen bases of her own. She slashes a 426 batting average. They get their pop from Genesis Iglesias in the lineup. She's hitting 368, has a team high 38 RBIs, 18 extra base hits, leads the team with 7 home runs. And I mean, kind of similar to the Eastern Oregon lineup. They eight out of nine of their lineup are hitting above 300. That is a very consistent lineup, very dangerous lineup. And when you've got someone like Mackenzie Masternak in the circle, a 1.8 ERA and 140 in a third innings pitch, she's 20 and 3 on the year, lower in the strikeout numbers, but they've got the defense behind them. She gets those rollover hits. you name it. Presley Wright, her number two behind her, 2.11 ERA, 53 innings. Maggie Miller sometime, 39 in the third, 1.78 ERA. Uh, and then you look at St. Thomas, they are 8-7 in Sun Conference play, looking to bounce back from being swept by Coastal Georgia. Christina Ortiz is a big name for St. Thomas. She hits 329, nine doubles, 22 ribeyes, and she gets it done in the circle. Number three in innings pitched with 75 in the third, but she boasts a 1.86 ERA and 39 strikeouts with a 6-5 record on the year. We're looking at some other bats in the St. Thomas lineup. Maya Achenbach, a big name that we have mentioned a lot. She is their speed. Definitely not as speedy as Kaiser. I don't know a lot of teams that are. But 12 of 16 in stolen bases, 350 batting average, 13 extra base hits, 16 RBIs. Bailey Laguerre, 392, seven doubles, five home runs, and a team high 25 RBIs. And then if we're looking at, who's going to get the rock in game one, game two, it's either Johanna Magaldi or Melody Vicano. Magaldi, 83 in the third, 3.44 ERA. Vicano, 81 innings, 3.33. Vicano does lead with 71 strikeouts, but like I said, pitch by committee, you don't know who you're going to get. One's going to come in and do their job. If not, there is someone very similar behind them.
Yeah, but I think a big reason for St. Thomas's success, it's been a little bit of a surprise this year. We've said before, did not think this would be a team that would stay in the top 25 for very, very long this year. We thought they could dip out. They've stayed there the whole entire year. I think a big reason for that is Coach JC Gutierrez. JC's done a really good job of mixing his three pitchers. Like call it what it is. None of them are Anna Toon. Anna Toon was a
Yeah.
beast. You throw her out there for 150, 160, 170 innings, however many she pitched last year, and would have a sub two ERA. I think he's done a really good job adjusting to that, and I mean that help him having the baseball background helps. But Carly, something you mentioned there, you're not sure how many teams have more stolen bases than Kaiser's 122. I actually have it. There are seven teams that have more than 122. Kaiser, eighth in the country. Let's play a little game. How many teams do you think you can name that have more stolen bases so far in 2026 than the Kaiser Seahawks?
Uh, St. X one.
Saint X is one. Saint X leads the country with 152 stolen bases.
Heck yeah, look at me go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
gonna stop it right there.
You're gonna stop. You're not gonna go any further. I think you can get
Give me a
one or two
conference. Give
more.
me a conference.
For number two, KCAC. Number two and three are KCAC, actually.
Avila?
Avila's third with 141. You should know number two. This shouldn't be,
Evangel?
yes, Evangel, 147. You want to keep going?
Yeah,
You
give me
only
another
got
conference.
four more. You got four more. One is a Southern States. The one is a Red River, and the other two are from the Sooner Athletic.
I mean, are they like teams I would know, or is it?
You would definitely know it. Yeah. You definitely know them. We've talked about all four of them for sure. Two
Oh, that's crazy. We
two
talk about everyone.
well yeah two we talk about a lot. Two we've talked about a lot this year and last year.
Oh, LSUA.
Yep, LSUA is seventh with 129. So you're
Hmm.
just missing fourth, fifth, and sixth.
The Southern States and
Yeah, Southern States and a pair of Sooner Athletic.
Oklahoma City.
No, not stolen bases. Close. Come on.
USAO.
Yep, USAO.
Nice.
The other two, the other two, I'll give you. Southwestern Christian is six with 134, and then Blue Mountain Christian for the Southern
Ah,
States. Yeah,
good for them. We've talked
yeah,
about
with
them.
100. Yeah, I mean they've won a lot of ball games. Won a lot of ball
Yeah.
games. Big weekend for them. Could be a kind of a loser leaves town potentially if there's a sweep in one we're going to talk about here in a little bit from the Southern States. But first, in the Southern States, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. 12 and 2, 12 and 2 in the SSAC. Mobile's 27 and 8 overall. William Carey's 28 and 9 overall. We have the Rams as our 12th ranked team in the NAIA. William Carey 15th. And these two teams are red hot. Carly Fitzer. The Rams in particular are 12, have won 12 games in a row. Their outfield, a big reason for that. Gracie Mitchell has been getting on base quite a bit with a 413 on base percentage. You have Lucy Spisto batting 471 with 25 swiped bags and probably the best, no, definitely the best numbers wise in the lineup for Coach Allison Sellers Cook and the Mobile Rams. It is Diana Arquette, who is batting 457 with 37 RBIs, and she has got 13 two-baggers on the year. Overall, they have 7 players batting over 300. Avery Harrell having another phenomenal NAIA softball season. Caitlin Kempton has been really good in this winning streak as well. KK's 9-1 with a .76 ERA, 41 strikeouts, and 55 innings pitched. Really, really strong there. And then as for William Carey, they've got 7 players batting 296 or better in the lineup too. Kenley Hogue has been incredible with 13 extra base hits and batting 395. Liz Cross has played some really good defense. I've watched her make several good highlights from watching the William Carey stream, which, by the way, I love their broadcaster. He is awesome, does a great job. Tell you what, a couple others, I'm gonna rattle them off. Oregon Tech, Mike Safford, phenomenal. Our boy at Georgia, Gwinnett, Matt Mahoney, obviously awesome. BH at Cumberland's, you are phenomenal. Avila's got a new guy who's been really good as well. Absolutely love anytime my boy Chris Lanegro's on the mic for Weber baseball or softball. So my boy Chrissy. Yeah, okay, there we go. I just want to give a couple shout outs to some good broadcasters. It's important. But yeah, Jaden Sawyer, of course, is the headline name for the Crusaders. 16-2, .84 ERA, 187 strikeouts, and 117 innings pitched. Easy to me, the NAI softball player, newcomer of the year. Benedictine Ravens, by the way, their broadcast team is great because we're about to talk about them here in a second, but they've got a great one as well. Jaden Sawyer, though, incredible year for the Crusaders. Not only that, Carly, I mean, if you're Jaden Sawyer, you got to have close eyes. I mean, not really, not really. But if you are a William Carey fan who cares about Jaden Sawyer winning NAI softball pitcher of the year, you've got to have your eyes in Brunswick, Georgia, because you're open for some high scoring games. Because it's something I didn't really mention. Carly, what happens if, say, theoretically, game one, you get Zelenka versus Riley Mills? Coastal Georgia wins that game 4-0. And then game two, Southeastern wins, whatever. And then game three, and let's say it's Eden Playa out there, and let's say Riley Mills pitches in game three, because that is what Mike Minnick did against St. Thomas, pitched Riley in game one and game three. So what if he does something similar? If he wins game one, then loses that game two, creates a rubber matchup. Eden Playa faces Riley Mills, and then Mills goes and throws another shutout, and they win again. And then Playa's and Zelenka's numbers take a little bit of a hit, and all of a sudden now it's Riley Mills with is 21 and 20, or excuse me, 20-1 on the season with a sub-1 ERA. How long do we start having that conversation about her being a pitcher of the year candidate? It won't
Wouldn't be very long.
It would be Sunday night. I'll go
We'd
ahead
be
and tell
having
you
it.
if that happens. And if you're Jaden Sawyer, you're hoping something similar happens. Just the Southeastern lineup steps up and could kind of cancel that out. And then I think that puts Jaden Sawyer and Crusader fans in a great spot to be the NAI pitcher of the year. But well, it'll all be played out. We'll see. We'll talk about it on Sunday night and then on Monday's episode. Carly, I love the storylines heading into this matchup, who they are facing on Friday, and how tricky those games can be. Benedict and Missouri Baptist. This is a heavyweight matchup in the heart of America. This ball is going to be flying. That's
Yeah. And I think Friday leading into Saturday, I think they both have the potential to be insane. Benedictine plays William Woods, a sneaky good team in the heart of America. And Mobat plays Park,
could
another
be
sneaky
absolute
team.
look ahead spots. Absolute look ahead
Yeah, I
spots.
think one thing that could very well happen is they're looking ahead at who they're playing Saturday, and they're going to drop one, maybe two games against those teams. So, um, TBD, we'll see. We'll see what their records are when they
Put it on
play.
dirt.
We'll see what their records are when they play Saturday. As of now, Scuba, Benedictine is 11-3 in Heart of America conference play. Rhiannon Martin has been phenomenal this year, hitting 400. She's got 9 doubles, 11 jimmies, and a team high 33 RBIs, also a team high 19 walks. Respectfully, I wouldn't pitch to her either. So, and then Lauren Gately is having a great year as well. She's hitting 418, 17 RBIs. Elena Villela, another great name for the Ravens line at 376, 27 extra base hits. Not a team that will run on you. That is not something to be very worried about. They've only got 24 stolen bases, but neither is Mobat. So they're pretty even in that category. Bailey Selvage is their number one, has a sub 1 ERA with .99. She's 10-5 on the year, 98 and two-thirds innings pitched, and a whopping 121 strikeouts. If anyone's going to be the number two behind her, it's going to be Lily Singh Dillon, 53 and two-thirds innings pitched, 3.39 ERA, 45 strikeouts. Now we're looking at MoBap, 10 and 2 in Heart of America conference play. Michaela Johnson has been phenomenal. 471, 21 extra base hits, a 545 on base percentage, and 20 RBI. She is right up there with Brooklyn Fisher, who's been a name that we've talked about for a couple years now at this point. 416, 15 doubles, 29 RBIs. Not only can she smack the ball around a little bit, she can also throw the ball around a little bit. 74 and two-thirds innings pitched, a 2.72 ERA, 9 and 3 on the year, 64 strikeouts. Allison Lagraf, 9 Jimmies on the year with a team high 30 RBIs. And like I said earlier, a team that is not going to run on you, but a team that can, anyone 1 through 9 can go yard. They've got 32 home runs this year. I think there was only one person in 1 through 9, 1 through 10 that did not have a home run, maybe. So yeah, anyone in this lineup can go yard. Kaylee Brake is their number one, 98 and two-thirds. 2.48 ERA, 14 and 3 record, and 46 strikeouts. That is who we will probably see take on Bailey Selvage game one or game two, however coaches want to draw it up. I don't care. It's going to be a banger.
You're gonna have to score runs in this one.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't think
I don't
either of
think there's
these
going to be any high
games.
scoring games.
No, no, I think both of these will. I think these have the
Really?
potential. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even though you have a great, I mean, Bailey Selvage is I mean, solidly a top 10 pitcher in the country this year, and having an All-American level season, who, by the way, will be back next year, along with Lily Singleton and a lot of these other names. Um, this Benedictine team, it's just a team that you knew that they were going to be playing some POSB, which is some pissed off softball after not making the opening round last year, and now they're playing really good ball. And really, I mean, ever since the last game in Shawnee when they beat Oklahoma City, yeah, they've dropped a couple in heart play, but I mean, still they're 11 and 3, and they are right where they want to be in this stretch because they've got Grandview right after this doubleheader. And if you're Benedictine, you're like, if we can find a way to go 3-1, a split with MoBap and go 2-0 against Grandview or vice versa, you got to be feeling really good about where you're at as far as the spot in the opening round and where you're at in the heart of America. If you had a magic wand but it was only for like
Be awesome.
NAIA softball things, still awesome, not as awesome, but still pretty awesome. How far down the list would you get before you'd go every conference series has to be a best two out or a three game series
What
like
do
you
you mean?
like Mid South Sun Conference, Red River, where like you play a doubleheader one day and you play one the other day. So 3 game series, no more doubleheaders, no more straight playing 2 or 4 game sets.
I don't know. It depends how many teams are in the conference.
I get that's a good point. That's a good point. That's fair. And I get that. I get that aspect of it. And it's like a logistical thing, especially in a conference as big as the Heart of America. I get it. But man, it's so much better when it's a 3 game series. It just is. It just is.
Yeah, it would be
Um,
awesome.
yeah, but if you got in the heart and then you have like one team who has to play Central Methodist, Benedictine, Grandview, Missouri Baptist every year, and then one team that's only playing 2 of those, it's like, all right, this isn't fair. So I get it. I get it. I just, a boy can wish, I guess. Elsewhere in the heart of America, another top 25 matchup in the media poll. We have the Grandview Vikings at number 18. They are 22 and 10, 10 and 4 in conference play. Central Methodist 21st, 25 and 10, 11 and 3 in conference play. El Nelson has been incredible. Ella Nelson has been incredible for Grandview, batting 416, 11 extra bases, 25 stolen bases. Madeline Waldorf was phenomenal today in the park game. In their stat line, I saw that she is definitely brushed away any sort of sophomore slump allegations that pitchers, after having a good freshman year, have. She's 11-3 with a 1.77 ERA, 102 strikeouts, and 77 innings pitched. But Central Methodist, they are red hot. They are 13-2 in their last 15 games. We knew this was going to be a team that eventually would figure it out. That's why about a month and a half ago, Carly, we were sitting here frustrated with Central Methodist because we know what they can be, and now they
Yeah.
are being what Central Methodist can be, specifically with the lineup. They're batting 372 as a team, which is incredible,
Leads the
obviously.
heart.
Yes, leads the heart, and they are led by their senior trio, Madison Robertson there as well, having a great year, but as a senior for Central Methodist. But Jolie Kreider, Liz Palumbo, and Casey Jolly, they're all batting over 420 with 15 plus extra base hits each. Incredible years there. Having it's going to be interesting. This Grandview Central Methodist doubleheader just screams split to me. So we'll see how it goes. But Carly, let's we got a couple. Oh, gosh, there's so much to get to. Let's not speed up. Let's just keep going. Olu and Texas A&M Texarkana for another top 25 matchup.
Yeah, number 11, Olu. They're hitting 363 as a team. This is a team where dropped two of three to LSUA. Bats went a little silent in games one and two. They absolutely woke up in game three for 19 runs. So I'm not worried one bit about the Bats this series. I think they've figured out that you can't be doing that. Anyways, uh, freshman Boston Tiarina hitting 422 with a team high 37 RBIs, 14 extra base hits. Uh, what a way to have a freshman year. There's only two players in the starting nine hitting below 315. Um, so a very sound team through and through in the lineup. Roca, 442, 27 RBIs, five Jimmies, and only three strikeouts on the year. Anika Laterio has been their ace in the circle. 120 in a third innings pitched, 19 and 4, 129 strikeouts, and a 1.86 ERA. Uh, her bestie in the circle, Valeria Vielma, 85 innings, 3.03 ERA. And then we look at Texarkana, Mackenzie Williams, 484 batting average, which is crazy. She's got 13 stolen bases, which is the team high, six extra base hits, 13 RBIs. Madison Ruiz has 30 RBIs and five home runs. Grace Cantu, a team that was said a lot last year, or did I say a team? A name said a lot last year. 374, 29 RBIs, only four strikeouts on the year with 11 extra base hits. We look at their pitching staff. There's two pitchers that have majority of the work. Riley Glenn is the number one statistic wise, 85 and a two-thirds innings pitched, a 1.96 ERA and 86 strikeouts. And then Alexis Snyder, 69 and a third, a 3.03 ERA and 43 strikeouts under her belt.
Some non-NAI softball news, but got it and certainly want to extend thoughts and prayers on this, Carly. Don't know if you got this ESPN notification, but the Oklahoma State softball game postponed after a deadly accident on the highway on the way to their game against Wichita State. Um,
Like their bus got in an accident?
it's what it says. I'm not going to go too much into the details on here. I'm sure more details will come out between the time we are recording and by the time you are all listening to
Oh,
this. But
yeah, I see it on Twitter.
yeah, certainly extending thoughts and prayers to the Cowgirls, Oklahoma State. Obviously, a lot of friends in the Sooner Athletic Conference have friends that play for the Cowgirls. So certainly hope everybody is okay on the team. It does look like there was at least
Yeah.
one
Looks like
fatality.
it wasn't anyone on the team. It looks like it was a pedestrian.
Okay. Well, either way, loss of life
Thoughts and
is a
prayers.
terrible thing.
Yeah.
Yep, loss of life. Sorry to bring the mood down, but we have still got to get to our draft, Carly. Just a couple more games. Let's drop some quicker thoughts on it. LSUA takes on Texas A&M Victoria this weekend in a three-game set in the Red River. Important one there. Campbellsville and Bethel, three-game set in the Mid-South. We talked about that one earlier. Bethel played some really good ball last weekend against the Blue Raiders. So we'll see if they can cool off a red-hot Campbellsville Tigers team. Mackey against Oklahoma City has my attention as well because this is a Mackey team that I'm not saying they're going to, but they could take one or two from Oklahoma City. They've got talent. They
It's
could do
doable.
it. But I would really like to see Oklahoma City for their side. I I would like to see them handle this series and win four heading into you know, Oklahoma City time of the year, April, May. Um, Excuse me, late April and May. Midland plays Dort. Midland 7-2 in the GPAC. Dort 9-2 in the GPAC. That's going to be a really fun matchup. And both teams borderline top 25 teams at our media poll. I literally think they were like 26th and 28th in our media poll, right around the outside. Looking in, them mixed in with British Columbia, College of Idaho, and then it was St. Xavier that just nudged them out for that 25th spot. But Midland is ranked in the coaches poll. Dort knocking on the door there as well. So big series in the GPAC. And then we talked about this one earlier. Watch out for Indiana Tech taking on Madonna. Madonna is our number one ranked team in the country in the media poll. I mean, why not too? I mean, they just win. They win. They look really good. Excited for that one. See if Savannah Bravo and the Warriors, the crew, can take one or two from the Crusaders. And then with the Southern Arc, as deep as it is with the Mid South and Southern states, and especially the Sun Conference, looking the way it's looking, I think this is a if it's not British Columbia, if you're Blue Mountain Christian or Tennessee Southern, I don't think you should be walking into this doubleheader thinking a split. I don't think a split's going to help either one of you. You need to win two, especially with Tennessee Southern dropping two against Cumberland today or Wednesday. Y'all listen to this on Thursday. Yeah. But okay, Carly, you got anything else?
I do not.
All right. Rip it.
GBR.
Team Black. I don't have a cool one. This sucks. Whatever. One question we get every year for the All Stars. No, we are not playing this game. I
Yeah.
wish. I
It'd
wish.
be awesome.
Maybe in like 10, 15 years when like we just own every weekend of the preseason with invitationals and spring break and we got the money for it. Maybe it's something we look to do in July. That would be absolutely sick. Until then, no, it's just theoretical. And it's fun. It's just fun to do content like this.
Yeah.
Other than that, Rip It Sports, go to our link down below. And if you need anything from Rip It, order it there. Order it from that link. It helps us. It will help you too. And finally, Magna, drinkmagna.com, code NAISB 15. That link down in the YouTube and Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever description below, code NAISB 15, 15% off your order. And you don't have to be an athlete for it. You just got to be someone that needs a little boost and doesn't want to have the sugary or caffeine kind of boost. So, all right, we'll kick it over to ourselves doing our NAISB All-Star Draft. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to send you on into the weekend now with the 2026 NAISB All-Star Draft. I want to thank everybody that submitted vote. Over 200 unique, because we did not let it be a free-for-all this year. We made you put your email in. Over 200, almost 300 people submitted ballots. So great stuff. And we didn't really promote it a whole lot. Kind of wanted to keep it that way, so it didn't get crazy. But if we did it real simple. If you got submitted, you got put in the pool, and now Carly and I, we've got our draft boards. We've got our big boards. We don't know who's on each other's big boards or anything like that. Probably a lot of the same. But here's how we're going to do it. Carly will have the first pick. We'll do pitchers first, and then we'll do position players.
Okay.
We'll go position by position. We'll go catcher, first base, all the way through. We'll start with pitcher. Pitcher is the only spot we will have multiple at the end of the draft. We will pick a utility or bench player to kind of come off and be pretty much serve as like a pinch hitter. There are a couple of pitchers that we could put in our lineup as well on there, like if he is a Linka or a Jaden Sawyer. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
probably not the route we're going to go, but we'll see how it all. We're the coaches, so we'll figure it out. We'll draft our teams and then put our starting lineups together. But we will start with pitchers. How it will work is Carly will take the first and fourth pick. I'll take the second and third pick. Carly, with the first pick of the 2026 NAISB All-Star Draft, who's your pitcher?
I'm gonna go with Fia Zelenka.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Yeah, I knew you were going to do
Had
it.
to. Sorry,
Yep.
but you get two now, so
I get two. I get two, but I get a tough two because there's so many great pitchers. Okay. We're gonna try to talk about these two, so it's not like super boring. I want to go Ayla Davies. I also don't want to, well, that's whatever. I kind of want to go Ayla Davies, just because it's Ayla, but we're gonna try to treat this like an all-star game, I guess. And if we're going just off of this year, I will take my second pick. I trust her over just about anybody. I'm going Maddie Meyer with the second pick, and then I'm going to mix that in with Eden Playa. So I'm giving you a very spinny, low in the zone lefty, and then you got going to have to deal. Maddie Meyer will be my starter. By the way, I'll have her as my starter. I'll have Eden Playa as my relief pitcher. That's a pretty nasty 1-2 duo, I do believe.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna steal Jaden Sawyer because if she's not in the circle, she's somewhere. She's
Yeah.
somewhere. She ain't on the bench ever.
No, no, no. Slide her over to first base if you want, because if
Yeah,
we had Jaden at I don't know with Jaden, uh, Carly, we kind of put her in the category of pitcher because it's just I don't know, her and Riley Mills. You could put them both at first base, and you have one of the best first
easily.
basemen
Yeah.
in the country. But but we'll get to it. There's utility and everything. So in the circle, I have Eden Playa and Maddie Meyer. You have Jaden Sawyer and Fia Zelenko. That's nasty.
Mhm.
Carly, would you like to have the first pick for first base or catcher?
Um, no, because I'll go catcher. We'll go catcher.
Okay, so you pick. So we'll start catcher. So obviously we did number one position. Now we'll go to our number two catcher. Who you taking?
I am gonna take Leanne Eaton of
Mm,
USAO for the
thank you.
Drovers.
Thank you very much. We're winning. We're gonna win. Uh, Grace Ross, easy pick. Now, of course, Leanne. I think this was pretty simple. There were other names. Rhiannon
hmm
Martin from Benedictine certainly is one you could throw up there. Several others, but it's like these two girls are just having unreal
Yeah,
seasons. Yeah, and I'm gonna go Grace. I mean, she is. Yeah, she what were they third and fourth or fourth and fifth at our top 10 players that came out last
something.
week?
Yeah, something silly like
I
that.
think
I
Leanne
think it
was
was third and
third.
fourth.
I think Leanne was third. Grace was fourth. But yeah, that's the two best catchers in the country. I will go with hmm. I okay. So I was thinking Jesse Daniels, but that's a lot of recency bias after the weekend she had, obviously. And if you get that version of her, yeah, for best first baseman in the country, All American last year, first team All American, yada yada. You got Liz Palumbo, who's Mr. Reliable, has been there at Central Methodist. I'm about to make you mad though. I'll
Are
make
you
you
about to take one of
really
mine? I'm
mad,
gonna kill you, dude.
dude. I'm gonna take. Oh my gosh.
You can't.
Hold on.
You can't take none of mine.
Yes, I can. Yes,
No,
I
you cannot.
can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Uh, Hold on. I'm just looking. I just want to look at something real quick. This is gonna be a chaotic. This is gonna be,
You about to piss me off.
dude. I'm just looking at her. I just want to make sure before I pick this. I just want to look at stats. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is terrible podcasting. I know, but I don't care. Um. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where's it at? You know what? Never mind. Never mind. You can take her. You can take her. I'm
All
gonna take.
right, all right, all right.
I ain't gonna do it to you. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. Yeah. I kind of want to now. I kind of want to, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'll take Jesse. I'll take Jesse Daniels. I'll add some pop there. My like 3, 4 hitters are Jesse Daniels and Grace Ross. Good luck, getting past that. I might have to get some contact and speed though. Definitely gonna have to do that. All right, so I've got Jesse
Is it my
Daniels as
turn?
my first baseman. Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah,
Okay. This is who I was freaking out about that I thought Reagan was gonna take. Faith
I thought
Crampton of
about it.
Madonna. I
Oh, really? I was
Oh,
honestly
were you
thinking,
looking at the other one?
I was thinking
Lexi?
Lexi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking Lexi, Lexi
Okay.
or Faith. I mean, that, like all four, like I said, well, these are such great players.
Yeah.
Liz
I don't
Palumbo.
know. Lexi could go down in like the utility DP kind of sections.
Good
I
point.
left that one on the board. No,
Good
I
point.
didn't.
Nah, good point.
Forget
Good
about
point.
it.
Forget about it.
So Faith
Uh,
Crampton and Madonna is my first baseman.
okay. I feel Liz may, I'm not gonna give away my strategy for my utility, but Liz could be a big. That's a big name left on the board early. Her and Lexi.
That's true.
Okay. Second base, you pick.
I
Yeah.
get yeah. I'm gonna go Ava Moon of Breenau.
Okay. Um. Hmm. That's not where I thought you would go. That is not who I
No,
thought you would pick.
I do like the other one I got on there.
Okay. Yeah. So Vanessa Lang is sitting on the board.
Hmm.
Obviously, is a big one. I love Kenna Mayfield from.
But I got speed. I got speed in Ava Moon.
Yeah, you do have speed. Have speed. Some of those stats I question a little bit with it a little bit, but that's an all fair conversation.
That's right.
I'm going to go with someone who's just been absolutely phenomenal, and we're going to play some defense. We got to play some defense. I'll go Nita Cook from Oregon Tech.
I like it. I like it.
I left Kenna Mayfield on the board there. Kenna's having such a good year. Kenna's whatever. Kenna's left on the board. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. Shortstop, Annalise Rayburn.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
it.
yeah. Dude, my team got pop, dog.
Oh,
My team has got some pop.
I'm stumped on this one. I like every single one I'm looking at.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Can I talk you out of your second baseman take at all? Your pick?
Yeah.
Uh, like that's just
I'll take Kenna. I just didn't want to steal from the ones that you wrote down. I'll take
that's
Kenna all
you.
day.
You can because I almost if I see something I like from you, yeah. There's something we got to talk about. I don't want to say anything on air.
Yeah. I'll switch to
But
Kenna. Easy peasy.
yeah, yeah. Now that Ava Moon's not a phenomenal player, there's just people. AAC coaches know what I'm talking about. I'll leave it at that. All right, your shortstop.
Um,
Yeah,
uh, mm.
ton of good ones.
I know. I'm between,
Rosie from Madonna, Reagan at
yeah,
Eastern.
Brooke.
I know how much you love Genesis down at
I
Kaiser
do like
too.
Genesis. I think I'm gonna rock with Genesis.
I like it. Go off. Go off. Okay. So third base, you actually you have
Oh
first
yeah,
pick
I
for
get
third
to go
base.
now.
Yep, yep,
Okay. Psh, Dana Herrera, Arizona Christian.
yep, no doubt. Good pick. Good pick. Um, you got Brent Ento at Madonna. Love her. Abby Robolowski at University of St. Francis of Indiana. Big props to my boy Coach Ron. I'm almost wearing my USF shirt today too.
That's what's up.
Shout out the Cougs. She was for NFCA first team All American last year. I will go with someone who's just gotten better and better every year she's played NAIA softball and is having a phenomenal senior season. And I will also just lock up my Oregon Tech people with Addison Kashnick over at third base.
Fair enough.
There's our infield. And now outfield, we'll just go back and forth. We'll just go back and forth.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. You
I'll
technically
get
are up, so you go
Yep,
first.
I'll get first pick. This is fun. This is fun. I'm going Chloe Cruz.
You rat.
I'm easy. Cruz. Not
That's
easy.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'll go Tara Honer.
Good pick. Good pick. Okay, I know who I really want to pick, and if you pick her, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so angry. And I know the other one that I want, and I think you're more likely to pick this person. So I'm gonna go
Now I feel
Ray.
like you're playing mind games.
I am. I'm gonna go Rayleigh McKinney. I'm gonna have Cruz in right. I'm gonna have McKinney in left. I think we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's outfield. Um, but go ahead. I swear if you pick my center, I swear if you pick who I want to pick, I'm gonna be upset.
Dude, you're making this hard because now I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm between two. Mm, I'm gonna go Ella Brooks.
Thank God.
I
Okay.
know who you're gonna say.
Yeah. Ella was definitely who I was going to take because I got to get a leadoff hitter. I got to get speed, and Ella is phenomenal. I'm going to go with Miss 62 stolen bases so far this year and Fiona Crane from St. Xavier, the new, like a year and a half, she's broken the record for St. Xavier. If you would have picked her, I'd have been
Yeah,
upset. Uh,
yeah.
Very nice. Okay. And
Whatever.
so now for our
Wait, I need
utility.
one more outfielder.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. You
Dang,
got
trying to cut my team short.
my bad. My bad. My bad.
Cheater. I'm gonna go Casey Jolly.
Great pick. Yep. That I was like, if you don't pick Casey Jolly there, you're
Yep.
wildin'. You're
Yep.
wildin'. Okay. And so we have a last spot that's, kind of like it's utility, whatever, DP, if you will. So it kind of opens it up a little
Sixth
bit.
man.
Did I pick first for outfield?
You did.
I did. I picked Chloe Cruz.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
bro, I had her on my big board. I ain't even like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't
but
want to
see,
hear it.
okay, if we're looking at boards here, she's first on my board.
Oh well. Oh
What's she?
well.
One, two, three.
She's fourth, but whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. It don't matter. Like I said at the beginning of this, we're not supposed to be able to see each other's boards. You made me lie to the people.
It's all one big board.
It's one big board. Okay. So utility player coming off the bench, could be literally anybody in the country. It doesn't have to be a DP or anything like that. So I know we have some names there, but like let's open it up. We don't have to pick one of those names. So go ahead. You got it.
I want to be a little rat back and take your number one. I won't, because I'm not like that. I'm gonna go Madeline Powell, C of
Madeline
I.
Powell. I am going to go back and coming off of the bench for me. Hmm. This is tough, dude. This is tough. Vanessa Lang.
No
Vanessa.
Palumbo?
That's who it was between.
There.
That's who it was. That's who it
So
was
we,
between.
dang, so I should have taken
Yep. That's
whatever.
who. You can if you wanna.
No,
If you
I'm
wanna.
sticking with Madeline Powell, dude. Remember what
D
she did over
sh
at Eastern Oregon? I do.
should we? You want to take another one? You don't have two players off the bench.
Yes, Riley Mills.
Oh, you are suck. You suck. Fine. I got Liz
No, you
Palumbo.
want a rock, paper, scissors for?
No. Give me Liz. We're winning. All right. Okay. Let's pause real quick and then let's do our starting lineup. We'll come back with our starting lineup. All right, that was fun. That was harder. That was harder than I thought it was going to be, but that was fun. Coaches, respect for doing this literally every day.
Hmm.
Uh, ladies first. Carly, let's hear the lineup.
Okay. I'm gonna say, you know what? We know who the starting pitcher is. Fia Zelenka is my starting pitcher. And I'll just go down. Center fielder, number one, Ella Brooks. Behind her, I have my DP, Riley Mills.
Little
Hitting
Sun Conference
third,
connection. 1, 2. Love it.
you're hitting third, my catcher, Leanne Eaton. Batting fourth and clean up my third baseman, Dana Herrera. Batting fifth, my first baseman, Faith Crampton. Batting sixth, left fielder, Tara Horner. Batting seventh, second baseman, Kenna Mayfield. Batting eighth, shortstop, Genesis Iglesias. And batting ninth, I have right fielder, Casey Jolly. And for my bench, or not bench, but my pinch hitter is what we're calling them, I have Madeline Powell.
It would be great. We should like put a category for like best bench players. Like we all know, like not everybody plays. Like that's not the point. Like with softball, like maybe you're not going to be playing any sport, but like the dugout energy is such a big part of it. Maybe that's
Hmm.
something we could look at doing for our 2027 All Stars. For me, I have Maddie Meyer as my starting pitcher with, and as soon as she gets in trouble, I'll be going to Eden Playa, like that. I will go with the fastest player in NAI softball at my leadoff and in center field, Fiona Crane, Chloe Cruz, right field, batting second. I'll go with the reigning and the odds-on favorite to be player of the year in NAI softball, my three hole and shortstop with Annalise Rayburn. And left field and cleaning up, Rayleigh McKinney. I'll put Grace Ross fifth. Addison Kashnik at the hot corner. She'll be batting sixth, right in front of her partner in crime with Coach Greg Stewart and the Oregon Tech Owls. I've Nita Cook batting seventh. Jesse Daniels, Campbellsville first baseman, will bat eighth. And then this was tough for my between my bench and or my pinch hitter and my utility, but I'm gonna go with Liz Palumbo starting and batting ninth for me, and then that will leave me with Vanessa Lang coming off of the bench for to pinch hit for me. And yeah. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, but I do have um Jessica Pistol. She's gonna help me out coach this team up a little bit.
All
So
right, I'll take Phil.
okay, deal. Deal. I thought about adding that too, it like coach of the year candidates or something, but I'm like, bro, one of us is gonna take Phil, another one's gonna take Jessica,
Yeah.
and it's
You
like
know what though?
whatever.
If Dilly was still here, I'd take Dilly.
Oh, I know. How about this though? Throw those two out of it. Who is like, because like coach of the year is going to be who wins the World Series. And I don't disagree with
Hmm.
that really. I think that's probably the fairest way to judge it most of the time. Let's take those two out. Who would you have coach this team?
Ooh.
I
I
have
mean,
one.
I really like Bruce. I do really like Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce.
He's always
He
been a G.
he was the second name that came to mind
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
I just love Greg Stewart, so I mean,
Yeah.
like obvious. I mean, it's that it's Phil, and then um, Jessica Pistol, and then it's like anything past that, it's like okay. Um, so that's why we just throw those two out. Because this is a game. If this was a real, by the way, how freaking awesome would it be if this was a real game?
Dude.
Oh my gosh,
Special NAIA SB jerseys.
that would be nuts. Look, we do not talk business on the podcast, but we did have some nice. Just say I'm very happy with the deal I just closed on something with NAI SB related.
Hmm.
We'll talk about it later on. We are very happy with something that's happened. And some coaches, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, neither here nor there. I don't want to talk about that anymore. That would be epic. But as I was saying, with these lineups, you got to have a coach that knows how to work pitching and pitching staff. So I think Jaden Wallace,
Hmm.
certainly somebody.
Yeah, she's on there for me.
Yep, Jaden's. I would honestly, if let me just, I tell you what, you take uh the two Cascade, you take Stewart and Pistol, I'll take McSpadden and Wallace, and we'll have at
Love that you just stole McSpadden from me, but yeah, sure.
it. Coach just won four of the last five national championships. Guy.
I know, I'm
Uh
happy with either.
yeah, no, that would be fun. That would be fun. Just for the vibes and because he's such a great guy, Lou Yasinich, because
Yeah.
he's
I was
just the
thinking Ron
man.
too.
Ron, yeah, I love Ron. I mean, he's, obviously a great coach. Also just for the vibes because I love him. Mike Minnick from Coastal, that's my guy. For ultimate vibes, I don't know. I get stressed out sometimes just watching him coach, but John Pryor would just for the because it's fun. He's fun.
Yeah.
He's a very fun coach. Obviously Kayla Watkins, Southeastern, talking about pitching and pitching staffs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's if we got to choose a coach, one of us would take McSpadden and one of us take Pistol though, because I mean, it just is what
Yeah.
it is. Okay. This is weird. We're recording this right after we got done recording Monday's episode. So I guess that's it. I hope it was a good episode. Pretty sure it was good. I hope it was.
And that was what we think was NAISB.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't even started like note preps for Wednesday's recording, so I don't know. I know it's gonna be a big preview episode. I know we previewed a lot. I know we talked about like I know there's a lot of games happening this weekend. I just don't know what we said about them. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm Reagan Harold. That's Carly Fitzer, and I guess that was a great episode of NAISB.